Listen closely, my friend, because what you're about to hear is not just another story, it's one of those rare moments in life that reminds us how powerful kindness can be. If this story touches your heart even a little, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we have so many more inspiring stories waiting just for you. It all began on a cold, rainy evening in the city. The supermarket was buzzing with people rushing home after work, some buying last-minute groceries, others filling carts with things they didn't even need. But in the middle of that busy checkout line stood a young woman, her clothes worn, her shoes scuffed, and her arms cradling a baby barely a year old. Her name was Sarah. Life had been merciless to her. She had lost her husband in a car accident, been kicked out of her small rented room after failing to pay rent, and now she struggled to provide even the basics for her child. That evening, Sarah had gathered a few essentials. Milk for the baby, a small packet of bread, and some cheap diapers. Her cart looked empty compared to the others around her, but to her, it carried the weight of the world. She stood at the checkout counter, clutching a few crumpled bills in her hand, whispering a silent prayer that it would be enough. The cashier scanned the items, and Sarah's face paled when the total appeared on the screen. It was just a little more than what she had. She counted her money twice, her hands trembling, hoping she had miscalculated. She hadn't. "I'm sorry, ma'am," the cashier said flatly, already annoyed. "You don't have enough. Do you want to put something back?" The line behind her began to grumble. One man muttered, "Come on, we don't have all day." Another woman rolled her eyes. Sarah's cheeks burned with humiliation as tears threatened to spill. She clutched her baby closer, who began to whimper from hunger. She whispered, "Please. I need the milk. Can I just? I'll come back and pay the rest later." But the cashier shook her head. "That's not how it works. Either pay the full amount or leave the items." And just like that, Sarah felt the ground crumble beneath her. The people around her weren't sympathetic. Some even looked at her with disdain, as if poverty was a crime. Her baby began crying louder, and Sarah's heart broke into pieces. She reached to put back the diapers, deciding she would just manage somehow. But her fingers shook so badly, she nearly dropped the milk carton, and then, it happened. A deep, calm voice cut through the tension. "I'll cover it." The line went silent. Sarah turned, and her eyes widened. Standing behind her was a tall, well-dressed man in a crisp suit. His presence was commanding, the kind of presence that made people step aside without question. He handed his black card to the cashier with a quiet authority that silenced even the most impatient customers. The cashier stammered, "Why yes, sir." Sarah's lips trembled. "No, I can't let you do that. I don't even know you." The man gave her a gentle smile. "Sometimes, you don't need to know someone to help them. Your baby deserves milk, doesn't he?" Sarah broke down, tears streaming down her face as she whispered, "Thank you." The baby, as if sensing the relief in his mother, quieted down in her arms. The man didn't just stop there. After paying for her groceries, he asked her kindly, "Do you have somewhere safe to stay tonight?" Sarah hesitated, ashamed, but finally admitted, "No, not really." He nodded thoughtfully. "Come with me. Don't worry, I'm not a stranger with bad intentions. My name is Daniel Hayes. I run Hayes Enterprises. Maybe you've heard of it." Gasps rippled through the line. Everyone suddenly realized who he was, the millionaire CEO, known not just for his empire but also for his philanthropic work. Sarah blinked in disbelief. She had read about him in newspapers, seen him on TV, but never imagined he would be the one to stand behind her in a supermarket line. Daniel arranged for Sarah and her baby to be taken to a comfortable hotel that night. He had one of his assistants bring clothes, baby supplies, and warm meals. Sarah couldn't stop crying as she laid her baby down on a soft bed, something she hadn't seen in weeks. For the first time in so long, she felt hope. But Daniel wasn't done. The next morning, he sat with her over breakfast. "Tell me about yourself, Sarah. What skills do you have? What dreams did you once hold before life got in the way?" Sarah's eyes softened as she whispered, "I used to sew. I wanted to open a small tailoring shop one day, but, after everything, I let go of that dream." Daniel leaned forward. "What if I told you that dream doesn't have to die? I'll help you. Not by giving you handouts, but by giving you a chance." True to his word, he sponsored her training, bought her sewing machines, and set her up with a small but beautiful boutique in the city. Slowly but surely, Sarah found her rhythm again. Her designs became popular, her shop gained loyal customers, and she built a life where she could stand on her own 2 feet while raising her child with dignity. Months later, Sarah stood in front of a mirror, her boutique bustling with clients. Her baby giggled in the corner playpen, healthy and happy. She often thought about that rainy evening, about the moment the Millionaire CEO stepped forward when the world turned its back. And she realized something powerful: it wasn't just about money. It was about someone believing in her when she had forgotten how to believe in herself. So if you're watching this right now, take Sarah's story as a reminder. One act of kindness can change a life forever. You never know how heavy the burden someone is carrying until you decide to lighten it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll inspire them to rise again.